Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's something serious. Where my girls at? We ain't linked up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
Yes. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, girlfriends. Yes.
We're
It's
excited.
April 1st, and we got the nerve to have some snowflakes out there. I'm like, I'm so over this Ohio winter
Me
snow.
too. Yes.
What? Unbelievable. But I have a lot to be thankful for. Had a great dentist appointment. These girlfriends, you have to be positive. If you say anything negative, they start looking at you, sending you a text, how much you need to be more positive. You need a vacation. Don't say another thing about the snow. Okay, so it's like I hit it and I quit it. I don't stay on it long. I just said we got some snowflakes coming out the sky, and it's April 1st. Yes, Takitha, Alexandra, Casey, happy Friday. You girlfriends are here Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. every day of the week. Yes. Tag a girlfriend. Share this broadcast. It's Sabrina, Caterina, Gloria, and Crisette. Our friendship spans 30 plus years, and some of us are lazy, hazy, crazy, mazy, churchy, gossipy. You pick it. There's a girlfriend here who is like you. Seriously, you guys, we have so much fun. We've done a lot of life together, so much love, so much light, so many lessons. And you know what? God gave us the opportunity to put a mic in front of our mouth every day, and we said we got something to say. So we're appreciative of the platform. We love to showcase winning individuals in our tribe. We want to get to know you. Share. Today is all things Oscars. The glitz, the glam, and of course the slap. Yep, we're still talking about it. So it's April 1st, you guys. I mean, lots of stuff in the air. I am so serious about, Alexandra says she's listening from Colorado. Takitha says, all of you are amazing. Judith, John, hey, our friend. How are you? Wendy Poole, happy Friday. Yes. Well, we made it. Looks like we made it. I'm your host today, and so we're going to talk all things Oscar, and I will tell you what, it is a lot going on. Yes, type in the chat where you're calling in from. We'd love to know where our tribe resides, how you guys are feeling. Like I say, it's cold in Northeast Ohio. We've got snowflakes, but it's warm in our heart. I saw Crisette at lunch earlier today. She was bundled up like a snowman. I was like, it's springtime, okay? Take off all them several layers of clothes, okay? Act like you hot. But she was all bundled up. She had the gloves, the scarf, the hat, the earmuffs, everything on. She is in Michigan, so we're neighbors now. So now I know how it feels. You guys, I'm so serious about April 1st. Let me tell you, I had a child born on April 1st. I'm in sales, been building a sales career for 30 plus years. And the doctor said, well, we're going to induce you on the 31st. I said, oh, no. Is it 30 or 31 days in March? 31 days.
You got to go.
31 days. And I was like, oh, no. I'm in sales. Month end is very important to me. So I said I can induce on the 1st. He looked at me. He was like, "You rather have an April Fool's baby?" I said, "Whatever it takes, but I gotta be. Don't take me out the field on the last day of the month, okay?" And so you guys wish Kennedy a happy birthday. He's 24 years old. Our oldest firstborn son. Happy
Kennedy.
birthday, Kennedy.
Happy birthday.
24 years old. Yes.
24. I can't believe it.
And Aisha, the same day.
Yep, him and I eat the same day. Yes.
Wow.
Time flies. So my other winter bunny, my Easter winter bunny, Crisette, how are you in Detroit?
I am doing fine. And I'm going to tell you,
You're muted.
I just knew. How am I muted? How am I always muted? Okay. I just knew. I know we've been doing this for years. Stop laughing, Gloria. I just knew somebody was playing an April Fool's joke on me today when I looked out and saw the snow. I'm like, for real? Snow in April. And I know it's Michigan. I know we need to be accustomed to it, but I was just like, flurries on April 1st. Come on, spring. Come on, work with us. Come on, spring. Come on, spring. So that was interesting. And it is cold. So when you saw my picture today that I took, I was out today with my girlfriend. She flew in from Switzerland. Now you would think that flying in from Switzerland, she'd have all her gear. It's warmer in Switzerland than it is in the U.S., than it is in Michigan. So when she came, she brought a hat, a lighter jacket, because there it's full-blown spring. So literally she came over, we did lunch today, and she's like, do you have a coat I can borrow? I said, sure. So she literally had to borrow. And then my husband come in, he got jokes. He's talking about, you could have gave her 3 of your coats, and Kiera could have gave her 3 of her coats, and y'all would have never missed any of those coats. I was like, have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay. Talking about all the coats we have. I said, it's cold in Michigan. We have to be ready for all the seasons. But you guys, it was so good. I went to lunch with my girlfriend. And those of you that have long-lasting friendships, you know how wonderful it is. We went to lunch today. She flew in for some business here in Michigan. And we have been friends since we were 13 years old. She said, do you realize we've been friends for 45 years? I was like, wow. I had never taken the time to add it up, but 45 years. I met her in the 9th grade of high school at Renaissance High School. And we've been friends ever since. She's been there at the birth of my children. I've been there for the birth of her children. And even though she's been in Switzerland for 14 years, we still talk, we still laugh. And it's so funny, when they moved to Switzerland, it's like a 6-hour time change. And so I would call their house and realize I was calling like 2:00 in the morning. And I just hang up the phone and say, Lord, please, I hope they didn't see that was me calling. I hope they didn't say it was me calling, because it was so early there. So it's just wonderful when you can have relationships like that last a lifetime. So they say people are in your life for a season, a reason, and a lifetime. So Benita, shout out to you. She is my lifetime bestie. So I had a wonderful lunch with her today.
Benita. Excellent. Yes. I can't believe it's colder here, than so many places. Crazy. I'm so ready for spring. Caterina, how are you?
Let it go.
Is it warm out there and sunny and beautiful?
It's warm and sunny and beautiful. Alexa, what's the temperature? 78 degrees.
Wow, almost 80. Oh, round it to 80. Round it up, okay?
It said it's gonna be 44 tonight, so our nighttime might be warmer than your daytime. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But I'm telling you, these chicks are a trip. Y'all are a trip. I mean, first of all, I was going to talk about Aisha. Then I realized it was Kennedy's birthday. Our girlfriend Nora, she will text you and say, it is this child's birthday. And if you do not call, I am so glad I called before today, because Nora will call you, baby. And she will be like, okay, you got to get off the friends list. You're Dr. Nora. Okay, Dr. Nora. Right. So we got to call. Make sure you send us our reminder. We will call Kennedy. And then even Sabrina's a trip, y'all. We're going to Hawaii. We're going to have beautiful. And she's like, I described the restaurant. It is so beautiful. It is on the beach. The hotel said is one of the most sought after places, and there are 3 time slots. And she is like, oh, that sounds good, but why are we going so early? Okay. I was like, look, you
ain't made not arrangement, not now arrangement. Ain't looked at the restaurants, ain't looked at the calendar, ain't looked at nothing.
And then I reminded her that when you are in Hawaii, it's going to be 6 hours ahead. Now, I know you stay up late, but 5:30 is going to be 11:30 your time. You're going to be ready to eat at 5:30. So these chicks, I'm telling you, you have to be strong to be around all of us. When you get ready to come to the Girlfriends Tribe, you just come with your whole personality. You don't have to be anybody else. You just be 100% you, and I promise you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry together. We have a great time. We can't wait. Crisette sent us a picture of what our next photo shoot is gonna be, and I just saw the picture of us wherever we're taking our girlfriend tribe. All of us looking fabulous.
Crisette did not send the picture.
Sabrina said
Oh Lord, I gave the wrong person credit. I gave the wrong
Okay.
person credit.
I'll take it though. I'll
It's
take
a
it.
classic. We're gonna be on the
And
beach with all our
Crisette's like,
girlfriends.
yes, I sent it.
It sounds like something I would do. You know, it really does sound like something I would do.
So I want to know who's ready to travel with us when we get ready to travel. You get your best outfit with your best, we go into a beach, someplace warm, someplace. It's got to be warm. Black
Let's
people.
go.
My girlfriend is in the Virgin Islands right now. She said the Virgin Islands is gorgeous. I was like,
ask the girlfriends who are tuning in, type in the chat, where should we take a trip? Somewhere warm, tropical. Where would you guys like to go? Because when I tell you we're planning the trip, but we want to go where y'all want to go. So where do you want to go? Gloria, who's traveled more than any of us, I believe, collectively. Gloria, you've been to probably 45 different countries in your life. What's your favorite warmest place? Where's your favorite warmest place?
Right now, it's Colombia. That's where it is right now. Colombia, the last warm place I went is, South America. Fabulous. You know, I wasn't going to talk nothing. I wasn't going to say nothing. When you came to me, I was going to say, because y'all are on fleek today. You're saying the wrong name. You're talking about the snow. Girlfriends, don't tell them what you're going to wear on the trip because they will trash you. I don't care how pretty it is. I don't care how short it is. I don't care how tight it is. I don't care how new it is. I don't care how colorful it is. They're going to trash you, okay? So come on into our tribe and get strong before you get there. That's why we building confidence all day long for sure, because we laugh about it and we laugh about you. You know why we do that? Because we got issues. And we're going to talk about some issues as we talk about the Oscars. But it is beautiful here. It was a great day, 69 degrees. I feel you though, Sabrina. I feel no snow in April. Lord, no snow. Oh my goodness. I just don't want any snow. But I do. I love the warm. I cannot wait for Hawaii. Now we're close enough to Hawaii to see it, feel it, touch it. I want to personally say out loud, Caterina, I am so thankful that you jump on it with the restaurants, that you look at the ratings, that you pull everything together. I personally am so excited.
Thank you.
No. It's my turn right now, and I am appreciating Caterina for the work that because you know you're gonna be right there at 5:30, happy to be eating up that place, happy. So we're excited, and you guys, it's a good day. It's a good day to be with the girlfriends. Happy FRIYAY! Back to you, Sabrina.
Oh my goodness,
Sabrina, let me say this. People are ready to travel because we have been to Maui a lot. Y'all know Mama's Fish Kitchen. It's like a really famous place in Maui. Everybody goes there. I tried to get us in there. They're like, no, we're booked for 8 months. When I tell you people are ready to travel, they are ready to travel. So y'all,
8 months.
8 months. They're like, you missed the window. You are not getting into Mama's Fish Kitchen. Fish, whatever it's called, but it's famous. 8 months.
Well, I'm glad we've been there before. I'm glad we got it in when we did get it in. Okay. Oh my goodness. Caterina, what's the name of the restaurant that you booked for us? I just love the name of that restaurant. What's the name of it?
The Orchid. It's the Orchid. They said it's one of the most sought.
Oh, it's a flower.
And
it's a flower.
Yeah.
I know, but it's the Orchid waterfront. You said something else. There was another part to it. I thought the Orchid on the
it's
water.
Got some names, Hawaiian names. You know, you got to roll your tongue. Crisette's gonna learn how to do that. But yeah, Open Table will tell you. Check your text.
Excellent. Well, we're just kind of talking about, the rich, the glitz, the glam. We can do a whole show on how you find the best restaurants when you go traveling. Check out the ratings and who gives you the referrals. I mean, that's a whole show all by itself. So as we really start to travel, you guys, we're going to share some of that with you because I know so many of you have travel plans as well. Well, you guys, it is April 1st and the Oscars were, it seems like a long time ago, but everybody's still talking. What we didn't talk about because the slap overshadowed the fashions and overshadowed so much of what we're going to talk about. So we thought we'd come back to it today. But oh my goodness, it's time to come to a break. When we come back, we're going to put up pictures and talk about the top 10 best dressed. So they say, I know Crisette disagrees with one of those best dressed because she was tearing her phone up. I cannot believe she has that on, and that does not fit her body. I mean, she was fuming. I was like, okay, First Lady, okay, call her up and give her your peace of mind. Okay, what's up? Is that the music?
Once again, I was on the wrong text group again. I was on the wrong text group. Okay, I'm just telling y'all, I'm clocking it. I'm clocking every conversation I miss. I'm clocking it. Okay, I'm just let you know.
It's 9:10 a.m. The Superstation with the Force of Friendship. We are full of life, full of glee today. Feel the joy, feel the enthusiasm, feel the laughter. It's 9:10 a.m. The Superstation. We got issues, you got issues. That's why we are here daily. We'll be right back. We're back. We're back with the Force of Friendship, Sabrina, Caterina, Crisette, and Gloria. 9 in the Superstation, and we are talking all things Oscar related, you guys. I have just got to give a shout out to Will Packer, the first African-American producer of the Oscar Academy Awards in the 94-year history. Okay? This bro is bad. He went to FAMU, yes, historical Black college and university, and his entire staff, I understand, his entire team, African-American HBCU grads. I mean, really, you guys,
that was so impressive.
much winning.
That was so
much winning. The ratings were up 52% more than last year. Still very poor ratings. It was still the second worst viewership in the Academy's history. Yes, but it was up 54% from last year. Yes. Like some people said, if it wasn't for the slap, they wouldn't even known that the Oscars were going on. I've always liked the Oscars for the glitz and the glam and seeing who's who and the red carpet, so I tend to tune in. But we just have to pause, you guys, and say what a great moment that is and was for. Well, was a great moment until we got the slap that just from Will that just disrupted.
Did y'all see the interview today on Good Morning America
with Will? I mean, with Packer.
Yeah, Will Packer.
Yeah. Well, we did see it. Wendy said it's still all over social media. Yeah, Gloria, did you see the interview?
Yeah, I did. And I think there's some important points to bring out because I thought it was really, he brought some things to light that we did not recognize and we haven't talked about. He obviously really, this was so interesting to me. He said Will went right off the cuff, didn't do any of the planned jokes that he was supposed to do. And that was
Will, Chris
Rock didn't do any of the planned jokes. And I knew the jokes would have been planned, but he didn't do any of that. He just went off the cuff. And then he said, if any comedian would have gone off the cuff that he would be comfortable with, it was Chris Rock. And I liked the way he stood back. But he also talked about how the fact that the police didn't get to go forward, nothing could happen because Chris Rock was so adamant about the fact that nothing was going to go down until he further understood what was going on and that he would not let that happen. I thought that was very interesting. And then I thought about the standing ovation that Chris got, the standing ovation that Will got, and his take on it, which was so interesting to me when he said, I understand because I live in this environment. They were not applauding Will Smith for the incident or the slap. They applauded his 30 years of work. And that's what they were set up. And I had not thought of it that way. So is there anybody else see the interview?
I saw the interview and said that he was totally taken aback. He just thought, as the producer, he said when Will Smith started walking toward the stage, he thought it was just something him and Chris had planned to do. And he was totally okay with it. Like, okay, it's going to be all good. And he said, even after the slap, he couldn't imagine that this was real. He said he had never been so suddenly devastated in all of his life. And he just could not comprehend it all. It happened so quickly. He had to think fast. What do I do? But he did say that he totally went to Chris Rock and said, what do you want to do, man? I support you, whatever you want to do. And then the Academy went to Will Packer. Is it two? So we're dealing with two Wills, okay? Will Packer and said, Will, what should we do? And Will said, well, I don't want him, if Chris Rock doesn't want him arrested, I don't want him taken out of here. And so you guys just know that it's unfortunate, but if it wasn't brothers looking out for brothers in that situation, it could have definitely gone down differently. And the Oscars, there's some confusion about, they said that they asked Will Smith to leave.
Right.
Now they're saying that that's true. Not quite that wasn't true. So because yesterday I was the gall of him to be asked to leave and just sit there. He's so entitled. I was going off yesterday, but now they say that's not necessarily true. So honestly,
it don't take a lot to make you go off, Sabrina.
Oh, that's right. I'm learning from you, Crisette, getting from you, been hanging around you so long. Okay. So the moral to the story is, if we don't have the facts, we don't know what really went on, but we saw enough with our own eyes. As Oscar says, we have to investigate. I'm like, well, what is there to investigate? We all saw it go down. Really? How long does this investigation have to go on? So a lot of moving pieces. Somebody said, ask about Jada. We'll talk about that in a minute. Girlfriend, somebody said Will didn't slap August, but that's a different show. Hello, Wendy. That is a different show, okay? They said he was slapping the wrong.
I keep hearing about August. What is August about? Oh, August is that other guy?
Yeah,
He's another guy, the young
entanglement.
guy. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Entanglement, whatever. The
But
28-year-old entanglement. Yeah.
let's be clear. The Academy, what are they investigating, Sabrina? They're investigating their image. Will Smith is a meal ticket. Let's just be clear. Okay. I mean, you can't just, that's what they're investigating. How do we do this and be right and still make some money? He got a lot more movies to make. A lot. I mean, that's what takes so long. That's what Chris Rock is taking his time, because
Let's go to the phone
Well,
lines.
you guys,
You're right.
okay.
Yeah, let's go to the phone lines, you guys. We got a couple of callers. Thank you for calling 313-778-7600. We got issues. The Oscars have issues, major issues. Will Smith got some major issues. Chris Rock is selling out of his comedy shows. He's like, I'm cool right now. That slap, pay me, okay? Pay me. All right, love the phone lines. Who's there?
Hey, good. Who's this? Marathon. You know who that is. Hey, Marathon. How are you? I'm doing good. That's a little boy. Jada looks magnificent. Jada is spectacular. She's one of the best dressed, top 10 best dressed. Yes, there she is. Yes, in that green, what color green is that? That green. Emerald green. What did you say, Gloria? Money green. Money green. Oh, my green. That thing is gorgeous. Serious. She said, as good as I'm looking, Will, you better get up and do something. Don't slap somebody, okay? Yeah. You know that dress is heavy. She looks fabulous. You want to say Jada looks good. Jada looks amazing. I want to say. All right, thank you for calling in, Marathon. Thank you for calling in. Let's go to the phone line. Got another caller. Thank you for calling.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Yes, Michigan man, Black Lives Have Value. This is Jerome speaking. My concern is what all of these folks are saying about that want to hang Will and want to hang him out to dry. And they say that how bad of an image it is, but at the same time, those same folks are saying that they would love to see Chris Rock's brother and The Rock and everybody else come beat him up. So they're sending mixed messages when they do that. I think Will should find Chris Rock and actually have a couple of shows that could go on stage and make it right. They both actually handled it well after the fact. And if you listen to Will's statements, he made it. He was remorseful and he knew he messed up. And what Chris was, he handled it exceptionally well. Right. He really set the stage, and it showed before the world that two black men could go at each other and come out of it without gunplay and killing each other. Mm. So right. It was a good the story for Will to find him somewhere and go up on stage and set the record straight. Apologize to him. Yeah. Before the world. Sure. Before the world. Yes. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, whoever gets, maybe it's gonna be Oprah, whoever gets to sit down with both of them, you talking about major viewership. You talking about that would probably top every single show on television. You get both of them to sit down. That who would see the person, that's Oprah. Who would they go to if it wasn't Oprah?
That girl got that locked down for real. That's gonna be, oh my goodness. Both of them and Oprah. Whoo, the questions that Oprah would ask, I'd just be like,
caller, we thank you. We thank you, caller. We thank you. Are you a first-time caller? Caller's gone. Okay. Well, we really love when you guys call. We really do. Call us. Tell us your thoughts. So many thoughts. I think now that that's why somebody said he slapped him in public. He should apologize in public. I totally agree with that, Fran. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know that emotions were flying really high. Now that things have settled in and people have had time to process and kind of think some things through, there are some interesting perspectives out here. Dr. Anita Phillips is a trauma therapist and life coach. and who is known for her paradigm-shifting insights at the intersection of mental health, spirituality, and culture. And oh, you got to hear this. We'll be right back, you guys. We'll be right back. There's the music. We'll be back. All right. We're back. We're back. Thank you for joining us Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. I was going to give this therapist point of view, but we've got a few callers. Yeah. We'll come right back to that. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, are you there?
Yeah. Hello, ladies. How about all of you? This is Tia. Hi, Tia. Good. What city are you from, Tia? From Detroit. Oh, the Deep. Okay. All right. Tia, tell us what's on your mind. Okay, two things. So, Caterina, I'm jealous of her because it's 78 degrees wherever she is. Okay. And it's freezing here in Detroit, and if I could go on any vacation, I'm going over Caterina's house. That's what I'm going to do. It's nice and warm there. So, before I start off, I just want to say too that today, first off, is it your son, Sabrina, it's his birthday today? Is it your son?
Yes, my son.
Yes, Kennedy? Yes. Happy birthday, Kennedy.
Thank you. He loves it. He loves all the attention. Thank you.
Fantastic. I also wanted to say that today is also a sad day because this is the day that Marvin Gaye passed away. And I'll never forget that day because I was a young teenager and I was headed to the movies with my girlfriend. And we were sitting there waiting for the bus. And we heard that on the radio that he had passed, and we just sat there and stared. We didn't make it to movies that day, so it was really just shocking. But I just think about it every April Fool's. I always think about that. So I'll leave that there. But tomorrow is his birthday, which is really odd. So the Oscars. I just want to talk about the style. I don't look at TV, so I don't look at the Oscars. What I do is the next day, I pull up like Cosmopolitan or Vogue, whatever, and I look at the different dresses and see which one that I like. Yeah. My favorite Oscar dress was Lupita Nyong'o. Is that you pronounce her last name? Lupita. Yeah. Her hair looked like it was statuesque. I really liked her whole look. The only thing I have to say about the Oscar look for the ladies is that it is overexposed cleavage. I mean, everyone, a lot of boobs running over. Yes, it is everywhere. Plunging neckline down to their stomach, and I said, this is the worst look for me was Tracy Ellis Ross. She looks horrible.
Okay, there she is. And can you believe they said she was one of the 10 best dressed? But Crisette got to come apart. She's like, absolutely not.
Yes, you could. No.
Wrong actor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She was horrible. And you know what? She normally had a pretty good style. She was shapely, tall, shapely woman, and she usually had a really nice style. But that dress was not. It wasn't flattering. No, it wasn't flattering. And I did not hear just so bad. But, Lupita, she's a style icon. She hits it every single time. And she does. Yeah. And that's what I wanted to say so far as the Oscar style was. There's just a lot of overexposure. I will say that Zendaya, she gave that Sharon Stone look. Remember how when Sharon Stone wore that black with the tie? She tried to rock that. She had a little belly out because she was young, and that's kind of cute. I like Zendaya too, but Lupita does it for me every time. I love that gold dress. It was absolutely beautiful, and her statue was killed everything. So that's all I got. I'm going to hold my opinion about the Blackgate. I'm going to hold my opinion for the most part. I'm going to say Blackgate, and I'm going to make a real broad, sweeping statement, and I'm not going to get into detail about it, but I believe that the entire incident was staged, and it was staged because this was one of those initiations that Hollywood does when they have the humiliation thing. They did it like with Taylor Swift and Kanye, and when they ran up on stage and took out a real estate. You guys need to get this award. There's so many instances where this happens, and I think it was staged. And you just watch Chris Rock's career, and you watch Will Smith's career, and watch how, especially Chris Rock's career takes off because he handled the humiliation, like just kept quiet, like they wanted him to do stuff.
Girl, I ain't there with you. But you know what? We sure appreciate your spot. But the think of this thing is staged. I just have no way. No, this thing be staged. Am I that naive to think of this thing? Somebody said no sound. Is there no reason that anybody? It's too much to lose for this thing to be staged, but Everything will come out in the wash. We know. We should thank you for telling us how you feel about the fashions. We want to go back to Lupita's dress, you guys. That red carpet, let me tell you what they said. That Lupita's dress, they said that she is the first actor to show us that taking red carpet risk could tell us something about the artist within. On the way to winning her Oscar for 12 Years a Slave in 2014, she is like a Prada interpreter, a woman with intense standards for her art who feels that visual presentation is an essential part of her life. Prada made her leopard sequin dress with pink cat spots and shards of gold spangles at the hem. While everyone else this year went big and classic, Lupita went cool and it worked. I mean, her whole look, you guys, is just, she always, you're right, she never misses. She never misses. So kudos to Lupita. I know girlfriends want to talk about fashion. We've got another caller, and then we'll go back to the therapist's point of view. Caller, are you there?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
I didn't really watch the Oscar because that kind of bored me out. But when I saw the situation when they showed it in repeat, I feel like this, and a lot of people will probably say I'm wrong. But you know what I would do? Sean, our apology would not work in this situation because not one, you gotta look at what his wife did. They know that he's a comedian, and they've been told that they've been friends. And on the situation of his team, look at how many steps it took for him to get there. Somebody should have been saying, "Oh, hold on, let's think before we go there." If that was me, I would have turned around there and said, "Before I accept your apology, both of y'all bend over so I can kick you up your presentation. You'll put it on TV, and then he'd be paying the debt. Because any kind of TV show that he gets involved in, he would be giving to his brother and him. Or if you don't want to do that, I would see his death himself." Because the issue is, let's go back to what Chris Rock said about him being bullied. The fact is, a lot of people going to get therapy for being bullied, and the real reason is that they want a piece of that person. It's not just enough to say, "I'm sorry," they want some payback. And that's the true nature of people. They're stupid. You know, like my brother said, it's kind of like a stupid, like some saw in Star Wars, where in the Clone War, where the Emperor comes up and says, "Order 66," and all of a sudden everybody just turned on each other. Every day she looked at she knew that, because we laughed at that. The guy had been out to look, and it was a joke. You should have known that. Because like I said, nobody knew that was her hairstyle, or even some people didn't know she had the problem with her hair, and some people probably thought that was her hairstyle. I mean, let's get some straight that people get comedians have no fun of a lot of people. If it gets to that point, what's going to happen next? People going to start shooting at somebody telling a bad joke.
Yeah. He really thinks that, I personally think Will had a lot on his mind. I think he did something just quick. Yeah. And it was a combination of a few things that got him to that point. But we should thank you. We thank you for calling. Is this your first time
calling our show?
I don't know. It's been a while. I'll be on the show, so it's been a while.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling. We got issues, my brother. Thank you for adding value to the show. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. All right, you guys. You know, everybody wants to talk about it. Everybody has something to say. Caterina, put the pictures of the fashions up. You guys, her dress, it looked like it needed to be ironed. It was just so wrinkly. I couldn't get past the wrinkles, okay?
The material, taffeta does that. That's taffeta.
Oh,
I don't see
Caterina
anything
didn't
new
have-
about that. That one right there, that's the winner right there.
Okay,
Don't
so
care
this
nobody.
is the one. Okay, so which was your
That ain't the
favorite?
one.
That ain't the one. Gloria, was it her boobs or her body? Or what about that one?
She looked like she could ready to go to somebody's backyard party or the club.
Okay,
That-
so
that-
You got to describe it for the radio,
no,
y'all. Y'all got to
not for
describe
no
it for the
Oscar.
radio.
Okay, and so that was the shorts. What look was that? They said many people loved it. They thought that she
Tuxedo
took some
shorts.
chances.
It was tuxedo shorts.
Tuxedo shorts. They said she stepped out of the box, and she certainly did.
Yeah,
Step right
she
on out
stepped
that
out
box
and
like
she
she
need
going
to
to
go
park.
back. She need to put it back in the box.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why this is on the chart. I don't know why this is on the chart. I don't know who that is or why it's on the chart.
Okay, I don't know either, but it was.
That looks like Katharine Hepburn.
You guys, to our
we knew the
tribe,
names.
you
We
type
don't
in
know
the
all the
chat.
names, Tiffany.
And then what about Tiffany now?
The music
Tiffany
is
made the
going,
top 10.
Sabrina. The music is
Okay,
going.
we'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be right back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Yes, we are back. We're talking all things Oscars. And we've talked about the fashion. We've talked about Will Packer, the producer. We've talked about the glitz, the glam, and the slap. And many people are still just wondering, what just happened? What just happened? And so there's a therapist that I follow, you guys follow her, Dr. Anita Phillips. She really is amazing. She has a podcast called In the Light with Dr. Anita Phillips. She does a lot of work with Oprah, and she talked about the 94th Academy Awards will forever be defined by a moment of violence that shocked 15 million viewers. I was one of them. Like many people, I immediately picked up my phone. Within minutes, social media commentary on violence, consequences, respectability, politics, race, and gender were expanding faster than the speed of light. And while each of these conversations is profoundly important, in those first moments, I couldn't engage. I felt like I had witnessed a terrifying family fight. I ended up just sitting there trying to digest it all. I don't know Will, Jada, or Chris personally, but the phenomenon by which celebrities become a part of our lives is real. She goes on to talk about the sitcoms, the movies, and music are all entwined with some of our most treasured memories. And then suddenly something awful happened to them right before our very eyes. She says, I can't say exactly what that was. We all saw what happened, and the violence was absolutely not okay. That doesn't mean we know everything that happened. As a therapist, I'm always interested in the how and the why. That's where healing, change, and growth begins. And so she went on to say, none of us were privy to Will Smith's internal dialogue, but I think it's fair to say that he reached a painful breaking point, one that may have been a long time coming. Try thinking of it this way. When a tall building is demolished, the time between detonation and collapse can be measured in seconds, but that's just the part you see. Meanwhile, we don't see what happens before the crumbling takes place. So she went on to say that as we all have our thoughts, it's been a long 2 years and a lot of people are not okay. As we reflect on what we witnessed, let's exchange any self-righteousness for self-reflection. Let me say that again. Let's exchange self-righteousness for self-reflection. Instead of judging what we can't really know about others, seize this as an opportunity to look within. How are you doing? How is your emotional well-being? It's a good time to check in. Where are you emotionally? How do you feel? So I just thought that was really good. It definitely made you take a look inside. We are so quick to pass judgment. I will go to my grave saying, Will Smith, that was wrong. Will Smith wasn't the time nor the place. But I cannot speak on where he is emotionally, why it happened, but I do believe that it was wrong. And I pray that we all get better from it and it never happens again. His body of work is brilliant. He's amazing. He sold more movies at the box office than any other actor before he was 35 years old. So
really?
He is an American icon.
So is he still the number one?
I don't know if he's still the number one. I don't know. Has he been the number one? Yeah. So the moral to the story is, so girlfriends, what is your take on what the therapist had to say?
You know what? I think that is what she said is very important. I read one of my friends, and you guys know her, Helen Austin. I read her post, and I thought her post was also insightful. She said, as she watched that, she internalized it and said, how many times has she sought revenge on someone who did something to her? She said, how many times have somebody said something about you and you went back and you said something about them to somebody else? How many times, and she just went through this dichotomy of how many times have this happened and you got back at the person. And so not that she was saying that what he did was right. That wasn't her point. Her point was it made her take a look at herself to say, hey, everybody needs to make sure they're in a good place mentally, because as we say, if not for the grace of God, there goes I. We all can have something that set us off. And we have all had something that set us off. And we may have said something out of anger, and you go back and say, I definitely could have handled that different. Maybe it wasn't a slap, But let's be clear, we can slap people sometimes harder with our tongue than we can ever with our hands. So I think that's really good to say, yes, I think it's important, Sabrina, like you, I'll go to my grave saying that that was wrong. And I think it is okay to say that was wrong. But I also think it's important to say that does not have to define him for the rest of his life. Will I go and watch him at the box office again? Yes. Will I support him? Yes. Will I hope that his body of work, if it's still brilliant, like King John, King Richard, would I wish him to win another Oscar? I absolutely would, because I believe when you give people grace, God will give you grace. So I think that's my take on it, Sabrina.
Excellent. Excellent. Gloria?
Yeah, I totally get that, Chris, for sure. I will tell you that I seriously, in my morning time, I have asked myself to please watch my words and watch my judgment. I do agree that it was absolutely wrong for a lot of reasons, but I also have said, you know, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it feels like. And it's just so easy. And it's not only easy, it's enjoyable. It's sad, but it's enjoyable to be in this conversation. Everybody's in this conversation and it's enjoyable, but it's also a form of release. But I think that she's got the point. The woman who wrote that, she has a very valid point that if we spent as much time perfecting ourselves to walk in Jesus' steps, we would be in a much better place. But we have so much time outwardly accusing people of what they've done, because it's easy and it's enjoyable. Unfortunately, people get and they like that conversation. So it's a challenging place to be, but it is right. And you know what? The other part of it is there is a lot of stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. You want to stay away from the news, but you have to watch the news. You're drawn into the news. You watch the news and you get so sick. I mean, I find myself going like this to the news all day long. It's just sad stuff that's going on. And unfortunately, again, because that's what people like to hear, the good stories, that there's plenty of good stories, but no one's talking about any good stories because it doesn't bring the same kind of conversation. It doesn't make the news. So it's an interesting place to be right now, real interesting place to be. But I really have watched, I want to tell you, Samuel Jackson is the #1 actor earner of all time, is Samuel Jackson.
He's in every single movie from the beginning of time. He may have even been in the Garden of Eden. Wow. Because he's in everything. Everything.
He is. Yes, every commercial. He's in the cartoons. He's everywhere. Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. is #2. So I mean, that's a whole nother talk show that we could go on to for sure. But yeah, this has been. The other thing I want to say is, I think people have talked about it because it shook us. It literally shook people to the core. Yeah. When something like that happens, that you don't expect it at all, it just shakes you to the core. That people are talking more about the slap than they're talking about the Ukraine right now. And that'll tell you right there how much it took people to the core to see something like that. Because of those who watch, we turn to those shows sometimes because we want to feel good. So when you go to a show and you want to feel good and you don't, Will said it. He said it took all the oxygen out the building, all of it out the building. He said it's never been that high, and it went away right away. Deep.
Amazing times, you guys. Well, this was a great conversation. I think when we have to emote, when we want to talk, we come to our tribe and we talk about it. We talk about it big, small. We talk about it all. Yes, you can find us Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys have an amazing weekend. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Check on a friend. Make sure they're okay. That's it for us. We got issues. The force of friendship. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Ciao.
Bye-bye.